Hello everyone, today we're going to talk about the cauliflower mushroom. This is a mushroom I found with my partner when I was hiking in the woods by a lake, and it was awesome. It was huge, and the first thing you need to do is clean it, and the best way to clean it from what I found is just as you see, just hold it under a faucet. Do not turn it upside down because you don't want all that dirt to fall up into all those cracks and crevices. Just hold it right side up and let the water run through. It takes a little bit of time, but it's fairly easy. And as you can see, you can peel off what would be like the florets of the mushroom, just like cauliflower. Stuff's kind of expensive if you have to buy it. I was kind of curious. I had about a pound of it. I've seen it on sale at the time I did this video for $25 a pound on Amazon. To store it, you just put it in a container in a damp paper towel, wrap it up, and you can keep it in your fridge for up to a week. And of course, it probably wouldn't last that long in your house like it didn't last that long in my house. But it's a really neat mushroom. It goes with pretty much anything you can think of. Here, I divided it into two containers, and made some for breakfast and made something else with the other one. And in the videos that I've seen on my cooking in, I've seen people take cast iron pans and just smash them down. I just use my spatula, and the reason why you want to crush them down and flatten them is so they get an even cook. You don't want them, to be half cooked in some spots. Season it with salt and pepper. I like my mushrooms to be slightly crispy or very crispy depending on the type of mushroom I'm using. This one I decided to make it slightly crispy when I cooked it. And I just let it sit and cook in butter and till it turns golden brown. And then I took it out and put it on a paper towel to drain a little bit. And you see, like I say, I like mine crispy, so they're kind of crispy. Another one I like crispy is lion's mane mushroom. If you ever get a chance to have that, try that crispy too. It's really good. So that's what I got. And I made it with eggs and hash browns and some toast, and it was really, really good. This was the first time I've had cauliflower mushroom, and I was not disappointed whatsoever. I really enjoyed this mushroom, and I hope I find more soon. I would recommend trying these with eggs. They go great with eggs. They can be used in a substitute for pasta. And next thing I made next day was egg drop soup. Now, egg drop soup is real easy to make anyway. I basically just took a container of chicken broth and heated it up and seasoned it and made the soup. But this mushroom pairs well with rice, asparagus, eggplant. You see I added a tablespoon of ginger in there. And I just let that heat up and then added the mushroom to it. It was really, really good to make this. I love making egg drop soup. So like I said, I'll keep it in the refrigerator for about a week. Keep it stored in a damp paper towel. In Japan, it's used as a natural remedy to help the body fight against infections and disease, which I thought was kind of cool. I found that online also. You can also batter and deep fry this mushroom too. It makes really good from what I've read about that. Flavor is mild, kind of like a morel. It kind of has the same kind of bite as al dente egg noodles. And so I added some soy sauce to that, and then put in the cauliflower mushroom. And I actually brought it to a boil just for a minute, and then turned it down to a simmer and let it simmer. And like I say, these things break up really easy. They're just like breaking up cauliflower. Little floret type things come off, and you can cook with them really easy. You can also saute them, which I did for breakfast, as you saw. They go good with pot roast, and you can even pickle them. And these things can grow huge. They can grow up to 100 pounds. Could you imagine finding a 100-pound cauliflower mushroom? I'd be in heaven. I like seasoning my egg drop soup, so I added some parsley and a little bit of garlic and salt and pepper. And let that simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, I made a slurry to thicken it with cornstarch, and interestingly, a friend of mine, an Asian friend of mine, I was cooking one day, and he saw me make this cornstarch slurry with water, and he kind of yelled at me. He said, "Why are you adding more water to what you're cooking?" And I said, "I wanted to thicken up with cornstarch." He said, "Well, why would you add more water to it? Take out the broth and add the cornstarch to that," which actually made a whole lot of sense to me, and that's how I've done it ever since. So instead of adding water to your soup, just use your broth. Use the broth that's there. I beat 3 eggs and added them to the mix and just let them drizzle in there, as you saw. 3 eggs was kind of a lot. I could have been doing it with 2, but I like a lot of eggs in my egg drop soup, so I was happy with it. And let it simmer for about another 3 or 4 minutes, and basically it's done, and you can eat it. And it was really, really good. Cauliflower mushroom. If you find one, try it.